Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us tonight on TCM as we continue with Summer Under the Stars and one of the defining actors of the golden age of Hollywood, Humphrey Bogart. We're 14 hours into our 24-hour Bogey-thon, meaning we've still got 5 quality Bogart pictures ahead on the schedule. Up next, the movie that earned Bogart the sole Best Actor Oscar of his career. From director John Huston in 1951, Bogart and Katharine Hepburn star in The African Queen. The film is set in Africa at the onset of World War I. The title refers to a small boat that runs supplies up the river to remote villages. The skipper of the boat, the African Queen, is Bogart. He plays Charlie Allnut as a tough, independent, and notably unpolished drunk, but a man who gets the job done no matter the circumstances. When tragedy forces the sister of a missionary, played by Hepburn, to return home, Bogart agrees to help hide her from the Germans. Bogart and Hepburn oozed charisma in nearly all their pictures, but their on-screen chemistry in The African Queen created a special brand of cinematic power. She's a missionary, prim, proper, and pedantic, and wildly ill-prepared for a dangerous journey on a riverboat during World War I. And he's coarse, cantankerous, and committed to get things done his way and his way only. It could have been a typical fish-out-of-water romantic drama, but this is anything but typical. It's electric from start to finish, dramatic, adventurous, tense, funny, and somehow completely believable. Much of the credit has to go to the director, John Huston, who also co-wrote the screenplay. The film earned 4 Oscar nominations, including Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay. Bogart's win was the only one. This marked the 5th time Bogart was directed by John Huston. They hit it big in Hollywood together in The Maltese Falcon from 1941, starring Bogart and written and directed by Huston. 2 years after The African Queen, they'd worked together a final time on Beat the Devil. But here they are with Katharine Hepburn from 1951, shot on location in Uganda and what was then called the Belgian Congo, also with Robert Morley, The African Queen. The African Queen was mostly shot on location in Africa, primarily Uganda, and what is now called the Democratic Republic of Congo, then the Belgian Congo. The stories detailing the brutal trials of the production have become legendary, spawning novels and movies of their own, most notably Clint Eastwood's 1990 film White Hunter, Black Heart, with Richard Vanstone playing the character inspired by Humphrey Bogart, Eastwood as the Huston character, John Huston, the writer-director, and Marissa Berenson as a version of Katharine Hepburn. If you enjoyed The African Queen, and you did, White Hunter, Black Heart is well worth seeing. Coming up, more Humphrey Bogart, this time giving another Oscar-nominated performance in a 1954 film based on a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel.